Good evening, everybody. It's the PodBrother. We are here in Las Vegas, and welcome to YouTube Live with the PodBrother. I have
Hey, we're trying this again.
Ric Johnson on the other line. As you can hear, he's just able to tap in with Scott and Todd Stemmerman from Stemmerman Offroad Racing Team, which we have the honor of partnering with on a reality show. I think Ric's going to tell us a little bit about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Ric Johnson, what's happening?
Yo, what's happening? Hello. Hey, Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
You got us live there?
Yeah.
You are on a live feed.
Oh, no, we're not live because Todd's got a client he's got to work on right now.
Okay, well, you're.
I can still talk to you.
Yeah, you're with Kimbrough and I. You are actually being broadcast live via your voice.
Nice. Calling from lovely San Diego, home of the heat. We had a nice thunderstorm yesterday that blew through here. Unbelievable.
I heard that. I saw it. I didn't experience it because it didn't hit us. It came close.
Yeah, it was blowing like 50 miles an hour. Trees were falling. Cars were having accidents. I don't know, man. We might be doing that apocalyptic thing now.
I know. Children and moms and dads and dogs and cats and just everything going nuts.
Global warming, one of the two.
Yeah. Well, you can blame that one on the old VP. He did it. We were just fine until he told us we had global warming. Then all of a sudden there it was.
Yeah, no, we went and looked at the car today. Everything is looking good. We're going to start that process.
Right. So Kimbrough, bringing you.
Dude Ranch is going to be racing again real soon.
Nice.
With our fabulous crew from Grid Racers.
Awesome. We've got bringing Kimbrough up to speed. Instead of rehabbing the car that they had, Steve, they decided to just go ahead and do a rebuild.
And, that's cool.
Yeah, so they'll part out the 1040 race car and move on to a new Series 10 car. New Class 10, ready to go.
Yeah.
So about 10 weeks or so, it'll be back up and running. The cool thing is we're going to have a lot of great footage and a lot of interesting things watching that start from Bolt 1 to testing and everything in between. So there'll be lots of surprises, lots of drama, and lots of fast cars moving in real gritty, dirty, dusty places. That's what we're going for.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm totally looking forward to it.
In Mexico anymore. We're going to be staying up in the States, so it's going to be easier for everybody.
There you go. Well, you're still hitting the Baja circuit, though, right?
We don't know if we're going to race down there or not. We've had kind of a lot of bad luck down there, so we're going to put that on the back burner for right now.
Yep.
Some races up in the States, get some mileage under our belt.
Good idea.
And then we'll go from there.
I think that sounds like a good plan because you guys have had some gnarly times there.
Yeah. Our track record down south is not good.
Well,
we just keep hitting it, and if we want to go race down there maybe next year or something, then we'll do so. But we want to get some miles on the new car up in the States, keep it local. Las Vegas, best in the desert. Wherever we got to go, we're going to go. So it's going to be a fun adventure and a long journey for everybody.
wow.
We're looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Hey, Ric, where you had it on the other side was really good. I could hear him a lot cleaner.
I know it. I'm going both ways with it. So when Scott's talking, I'm going to move the phone over to the other side because that works better.
Yeah. So Scott.
All right.
Sure.
I got to put you on hold for a second. I just had a client walk in.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
So Ric, the footage that you got from Saturday, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, first of all, we had a really, really world-class Baja Series racing photographer come down, Mike Wilson. He's been with many race teams, covered a bunch of stuff, and he came in and grabbed one of the Cinecams and got all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, we had the infamous Charlie Johnson, who's also my son, who's been shooting since he was 16 years old.
We love Charlie.
We grabbed a bunch of stuff. And then we grabbed a bunch of 2K footage on the Sony RX. And between the three cameras, we got a lot of coverage. And so the kind of stuff that we got. First of all, we got a chance to meet everybody on the race team, which was really great.
They were awesome guys. I mean, it's an awesome team, man. Very, very good click, very family kind of groove.
Nice. We were talking about the race team, and talking about getting a chance to meet them for the first time, and that's what we were talking about in the show, and then just kind of how the shots went. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys just have to let us know when you want to do that. We'll try and corral everybody up. You know, we can go to my house, however you guys want to do it, or Ric's house, or whatever's best for you guys.
Well, yeah,
we'll make it happen.
We got some great shots. I mean, we were talking about meeting the team on Saturday and getting a chance to see everybody working, pulling the car out of the trailer, and then getting a chance to see some of the damage and how it occurred, and reviewing some of the things that occurred to the frame, and seeing how close that got to the helmet. You know, I mean, that was pretty sketchy. That was a lot of activity.
That was a scary crash. For Todd to have been racing, Todd and I have been racing for 20 years, and for him never to have an incident until this point, you know, a lot of factors went in. It was raining, it was wet, it was muddy. You know, the car just skidded a little sideways, clipped a rock, and over they went, you know, down like a 150-foot drop, and, you know, had a bad accident. You know, I mean, for the co-pilot to walk away from that, you know, unscathed is pretty unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Now, Brandon was co-piloting on that one, right?
No, Brandon actually drove the first session with a friend of ours, Haas. Todd, I couldn't race because of my rib injury, so I gave up my seat to a friend of ours named Miles Wyatt out of El Centro. He's driven our car before, and he just happened to be out there and had his stuff with him, so he suited up and jumped in the car, and away they went.
Wow. Well, we're so glad everybody walked away from it, sort of. I know Todd didn't really walk away from it, but
yeah, he's still got problems. His legs still bother him. He's got to go to the doctor again. But as far as, you know, moving forward on the car, that's what our plan is. And then we'll just see how it all plays out. You know, once the car gets done, then obviously we have to go back out to Ocotillo and do some testing with Fox Shocks, get those dialed in, and then figure out what race are we going to do first. You know, we come together as a team. We talk about it as a team, and then we decide it as a team.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Which direction we're going to go with. You know,
I
like the longer races. I really don't like doing the short course. You know, the little 15-mile loops. I'd rather be doing 250 miles or 500. So we're going to be looking for the longer races.
What are some of the longer races here in the States?
Well, I know Score does one out in Plaster City, which is a 250-mile race. HDRA used to have a lot of great races, but they ended up buying out Score, so HDRA is no longer. But they only run 5 races for the year, and 4 of them are in Mexico. So we'd rather not, you know, we would possibly race the one up here. But once again, you're racing with a Score racing series. It costs a lot of money to race. Not cheap by any means. Just doing the Baja 500 was about $10,000.
Wow.
You know, not to change.
You know, work it out, and you know, we possibly want to do between 6 and 8 races a year.
Yeah, makes sense.
6 is every 2 months, so that's race. You know, prep the car, race, prep the car, race, prep the car.
Nice.
But it's just a long process. It's a lot of work, but we don't mind doing it because, you know, we love racing. You know, we live for that, we work for that, and we strive for that.
Scott, have you ever had any like autograph signing sessions or any kind of like a PR promo where people can come up and get pictures with you guys, get pictures with the car, get pictures with the whole team? Have you guys done?
You know, when we raced, we actually Rick, you have a picture of the poster of Todd and I.
Yep.
When we first got the 12 car. When we raced the Reno 500, we had like 100 of those printed up, and we were signing them for kids and handing them out, but not, PR-wise. We just did that on our own. We would walk around, we would hand them out. When we were in Mexico, the kids would come up to the car. If they want their shirt signed or their hat signed, we would do stuff like that too.
Cool.
Because I have a couple of ideas to create some celebrity for you guys, to create some fan base, to get social media traction going, but it's going to require some posters of you guys with the car. Well, what I would really love to see, and I was kind of running this by Rick basically as an idea, is that that picture of you two in front of the car at the start of a race, have that on the side of your trailer, on both sides, and then we can use your trailer kind of as a promo piece of collateral for appearances, and we can create some fan base for you guys. If it's an opportunity, say for example, we should able to somehow work our way into the Miramar Air Show, and we can actually have the trailer and pull the car out on the tarmac. Put it on a big piece of red carpet or something, and have you guys there signing autographs. I think that would be huge.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. We're game for anything. Whatever you guys have in mind, we want to get involved.
Well, that was one of the ideas that I was thinking.
It's not really work. It's kind of fun,
Yep.
I like to work, and I like to have fun. So work to me is fun. So, however, we want to get together as a group and discuss it, I'm all for it.
Steve's got the what film festival are you doing this weekend, Steve?
This weekend I'm doing the La Costa Film Festival at the La Costa Resort.
So you're coming back up in La Costa, and you're doing the La Costa Film Festival. You're covering that with KMI Media, or?
Yeah, that's going to be a PodBrother cover.
A PodBrother cover, okay.
Yep. And that starts tomorrow. I pick up my media badges at noon, and it goes for 3 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We can definitely talk about the show there too. That'd be great.
Yeah, well, in my interviews with.
Hang on a second, Rick. I'll let you talk to Todd real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, in my interview sessions, I want to.
Good. Yeah, we're all here. Just a sec. I'm going to change. Okay, I'm going to change this just a little bit.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm just changing my angle here just a little bit here, so I can get a little better feed. Okay. So Steve is talking about his shoot. Not shoot, but he's talking about the show.
I'm up your nose, Rick. So change the angle.
Oh, you up my nose?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got to change my angle here. Cameras. Live broadcast. It's a whole new frontier here, guys.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay,
tilt it.
right.
Tilt it. There we go.
There we go. All right. Much better. Okay, so Steve, you're at the La Costa Film Festival.
Yes.
And I know Ed Harris is going to be there. Who else is going to be there?
There's going to be some pretty cool celebrity and industry people there. There's going to be the entire executive team from 3D Legend. I guess they're going to be hosting a couple of panels and a couple of screenings that are in 3D. And I have here. Let me get my glasses.
Can you hear me okay, Todd?
Yep.
Can you hear Kimbrough okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
All right, let me just pull up. Let me figure out where it is first. I got so many machines going and so many devices here. Just trying to figure out.
Yeah, basically what's going on here, Todd, so you know, behind the man behind the curtain there, Kimbrough has cut like 3 cameras going on, microphones, a 4-way switcher, and a chroma key behind them, all feeding in live Wi-Fi to YouTube, making this broadcast happen. And we don't know how many people are seeing it. We know that there's several, but we don't know really where they all are. So it's a lot of fun. Yep. So as this show starts to take a little bit more momentum, we'll be doing things like this periodically. just to get some ideas and some news in between shots. Over the next 2 days, we're going to be a long way into the production of the footage that we shot, and then mixing that in with some of the action footage that Mike already has and some of the stills. So we're going to have a nice teaser that'll really help move things along. And then we promote it by doing stuff like this, and then talking about it at the film festival. We're going to be meeting a lot of people there and hanging out, and it's all part of the schmooze side of the business.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Like I said, it's a work in progress. Where I was kind of surprised at the condition of the old race car. We're going to call it the old race car now because it's no longer going to be racing. So it's I'm excited about the new car and getting this process started and getting back to the track again.
Yep. How's your leg feeling today?
It's not feeling good. I'm actually going to get a second opinion from a different doctor and see what he says, because I'm just not feeling real comfortable with it still.
Wow. Well, that was a bigger break than I thought. When you said it was just a little chip. Just for anyone out there listening, basically, here's what happened. They were racing. Where were you racing, Todd?
We were racing down in Mexico at a little town called Jucami that's a little south of Tecate. And during the race, I ended up out at a high speed and broke my leg and fractured my ribs. Had to take an ambulance ride. Went to Mexicali Hospital. Kind of a real eye opener.
Wow.
In racing, we know kind of that stuff could happen, but it doesn't happen all the time. So, and usually when it happens, it's just a small accident. Usually not a big one that you're breaking bones and totaling cars. So. That's kind of where we're at right now. So we're kind of past the mode of being surprised at how much damage was on the car, but we're very excited about our new car with a local company here in San Diego that currently makes championship cars for short course and for desert racing, and that's who we've chosen to build a new car for us, and we're just in the early stages of laying out basically everything that we want installed on the car.
Nice. Kimbrough, how's that sound coming in?
It comes in great. I hear everybody clear and clean, and it definitely sounds like Scott and Todd's on the phone, but it's clear and audible, and you sound crystal clear.
Okay.
And of course, I'm on.
Can you hear Kimbrough? Okay. Todd.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, again, so what happened was Todd had an accident down in Mexico. Car got damaged. We waited several weeks. It was nearly 6 weeks, I think, and then we had the opportunity to have a look at the car firsthand with everybody being pulled out of the trailer, and then assess some of the damage. And then the initial thoughts were that the car could be repaired, and then after a second review and third review and fourth review, they finally decided to go ahead and jump into a brand new Class 10, and basically that.
Yeah, it'll be a 2015, basically. It's the new rocket ship for the off-road, and we're still trying to decide if we're going to change the transmission. We might upgrade the transmission at this time too, and kind of just get into the millennium. Our other car was a 2008, which was still kind of state of the art, but the technology and the geometry's changed a little bit since then. So the cars go faster now, and they're a smoother ride, with more suspension. So no, just like I said, looking forward just to moving on with our race program, and we're actually, even though we're staying in the same class, we feel that we're stepping up because of the quality of the car that we're getting.
Well, that's got to be a big relief for you, because I would imagine after having a car that's been around for six years or better, some of the issues might be you might be thinking about some of the stress just on the frame and the chassis, and just parts in general take such an incredible beating in this circuit that it.
Oh yeah. We had an unbelievable record with our old car, and it would still be working right now if I didn't crash the thing. It's all about the maintenance and the prep, and our finish record overall for that car was extremely high. Our finish rate was probably 90% of all the races we started, and that just goes to show you how much work we're doing on the car beforehand to make sure mechanically that it's going to finish the race, and it's just up to the driver at that point and his crew to do what they need to do to get it to the finish line.
Right.
What are some of the steps that you think you need to take to actually win a couple of these? I know you guys are working hard on what you do, and to finish and to place high, but to get that win, what are some of the things you need to do?
To win off-road racing, I mean, it's kind of everyone's off-road racing dream is to actually win a race, let alone win a championship. We've been lucky enough that we've been racing for a long time, and we won numerous races. We've been on the podium tons. We've won class championships also, which were, highlights of our life, but we feel that there's more highlights left, and, racing, a lot of people don't understand, it's just an incredible amount of work. It's just not the driver that's driving the car, it's the whole team, it's a team effort. We could get in and drive the car, but if we didn't have all our buddies to help us, we wouldn't be able to do anything, So it's a passion and a hobby that we have, and we just love it, and we're super excited that this is going to be brought to the public's eye, and that they have the opportunity to see what it's all about.
Cool.
Are you guys open for doing personal appearances for, signing autographs and posters at several events around the area?
Oh, absolutely. We'd be available for that all the time. We really enjoy it. We enjoy when the kids are excited about it, and even the adults are excited about it. So it's all ages, man, woman, child, it don't matter. Everybody, everybody that has the opportunity to see it, I'm thinking is going to get some sort of interest in it. If it's not the storyline, it's the mechanics or the speed or whatever it is, something's going to catch somebody's eye in the off-road racing world.
Awesome.
That's great.
Well, that's great. I sure appreciate you taking the time. And
no problem. Like I said, we're working every day on this stuff, and looking forward to talking to you guys. And like I said, having this thing explode and letting everybody enjoy off-road racing like we are.
Well, let me know when you guys are ready for us to crew up again, and we'll bring a crew down and kind of get this process going. And one of the things I'd love to do as a director here is to set a camera in there and watch this thing, like if you kind of like slow motion claymation. Jump from one bolt to a finished car. That would be a very cool thing to capture. So,
if you can figure out how to get a camera in the place to do that, it's already cleared. We can do filming in the aluminum wrap shop. So he's on board with that. And,
yeah, I've got a couple of.
I have GoPros also that I could do filming whenever, and we could use that footage also.
I've got a couple of stop motion Sonys that I could drop in there and grab a couple of angles, and that would be fun. So. Let me think about how I'm going to do that, and then maybe in the next couple of days we can meet up out there and just get a little sense as to, what can happen, and that could really be a lot of fun to watch this car being built. From a pile
of bars on the ground to a finished car.
Yeah, that would be a really, really exciting thing for everybody to see, for sure.
All right, no, that sounds good. And like I said, it's been good talking to you guys. Everybody take care, okay?
And
all right. All right.
Soon.
All right, thank you.
Okay, be well.
All right, take care.
All right, Scott and Todd Stemmerman from Offroad Racing. I'm excited. They got a new car going. They got a whole new schedule. They're gonna spend their time in doing a U.S. circuit for a minute before they get into the craziness.
I was reading about some of this stuff that goes on. As you can just imagine, you think about track racing and you think about something like NASCAR. I mean, if there's a couple of bolts on the track, they throw a yellow flag out there. Whoop, this thing keeps moving. They throw a yellow flag out there. Somebody comes out and fixes it. Everybody stays still. Now, in the Baja racing circuit, that is not the case. These guys keep on moving, and the really weird thing is, you never really know what's underneath the dirt. Now think about how heavy that is. there's sand, and there may be rock, there may be silt. One of the things that tore them up just before Baja was there was 5 feet of baby powder silt. Now imagine that, 5 feet of baby powder, like that small silt that they drove into, and all of a sudden, whoom. Now, what's the big problem? Well, it's not that it's super dangerous, it's that all of that silt gets into the air intake manifold, clogs everything up, chokes out the engine and the filter. You can't get any air, no gas, no carburetor. And
so you got to clean all that out before you can get going again.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't take just a couple of minutes. So I mean, a really big deal in this circuit is just to finish the race. Now, Todd and Scott have won a lot of them. They have been on the podium a lot. They've won a lot of races, and they've won a lot of classes, and they are really anxious to win more. So what's going to be fun is seeing the kind of sponsors that we can bring to this, and then some of the events and some of the things that we can do. Maybe bring Jam Beer in there and Zombie Blast, and shake it up a little bit with a bunch of new sponsors.
Yeah, I think we should even do like a model search contest for one of our promo events and just have the car out.
They don't want girls on that circuit, Steve. No, that'll never work. No pretty girls in racing. It just isn't going to happen.
Well, I'm just saying. They kind of go hand in hand. A fast car, pretty girl is kind of like mom's apple pie in baseball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, cool. Well, on that note, we're going to hit it here. And that's a great idea, I think. So you'll be in town tomorrow sometime. Just give me a buzz when you get in.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I pulled up the schedule for
Oh, nice.
And let me just see here if I can find it. Here we go.
I'm going to show the folks a picture, too, of a pretty co-host model along with them. Whoop.
Hold on. Let me just throw it back on you.
All right. Hang on a sec. We're going to pull something up here. All right. Here we go. I'm going to pull up a picture in just a second here. Okay. And we have here. Oh, here's a funny shot from today. An original squirt bottle. That's old school, right? Look at that.
That is old school.
You don't see those very often, so I saw that. It was about 90 degrees. I saw this at a convenience store. I bought that, and it was as good as ever.
Refreshing.
So I was really happy about that.
Refreshing and cool.
Refreshing and cool, exactly. And here's a picture of, all right, let me grab this, and boom. And there's the guys in front of the trailer, and they're with Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle Minks.
Michelle Minks.
Who's also she's one of our co-stars on Grit Racer reality show.
Well, those are the guys right there, and then Scott's the taller one. And behind them there is the trailer, and then that would be, nice to have this stuff, mounts to the trailer, and then, we can have one of those tarps made and then have that going around. So that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool to create, some celebrity status for the guys. And a little bit of brand for the racing team.
Yeah, they like that for sure.
And as we get sponsors, they can see that these guys have a little bit of celebrity status. They got a little bit of exposure. They have a little bit of a promotional footprint, a little advertising footprint. They're got marketing collateral, and it makes for wanting to sponsor them a lot more attractive. So I think if we build that, then our close rate on sponsorships will be a higher percentage.
Yeah, and I think they're really personable. They're extremely knowledgeable, very experienced. Not many guys been in this sport 25 years. They have. So the real deal. That's right on our poster. They are the real core deal.
Yeah, this whole team, is going to be fun. Like like all the players on the reality show side and the racing team and our team and the whole concept. I think it's a win-win all the way around.
Well, it's core. That's what I love about it. I mean, these guys are the real deal. When I first met them, I thought, wow, these guys are the real deal. And then the more we talked, the more I found out what characters they are. So they bring a real entertainment value. So
they are fun.
When we get this, when we get this thing in front of the sponsors, they're going to dig it. So, all right, man, let's jump, and I'll chat with you tomorrow.
All right. So I will see you tomorrow at the. You know, I'm just wondering. You want to just meet me at the film festival?
Yeah, just call me when you get close.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have blown out some of this heat there for you, because I think we're going to drop about 15 degrees between today and yesterday. I mean, today and tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, cool, man. All right, later.
All right. Peace out. Well, there you have it. We are. Let me see here. Make sure that we're done there. Okay. All right, so that was Scott and Todd Stimmerman from Offroad Racing, and we're very, very excited to do some very, very cool stuff with them. Rick, who is the producer creator of the show, and kind of give us an insight on what we can expect for the Grit Racers, and I can't wait. I'm going to be working with Michelle Minks, going to be working with Scott and Todd. And Rick, obviously, we've got a great chemistry because we worked on some other projects together. And the music is going to be incredible on this show. We're going to have all kinds of music, so that's going to be cool. Rick is actually a international, world-renowned guitarist. Anything with a string he can play. And reverse, left-handed, Jimi Hendrix style. So that would be this way. So I guess we will see you this weekend. I'm going to be in the La Costa. I'm going to be at the La Costa Film Festival this weekend. Starts tomorrow, goes through Sunday. And Ed Harris, they're going to be doing a tribute to Ed Harris on, I believe, Friday night, and we're going to cover that. And hopefully we can get a quick little interview with Ed Harris. That would be cool. So on behalf of the Grit Racers, Scott and Todd, and Ric Johnson from Quantum Media, I am the PodBrother, and you have been watching live YouTube right here with the PodBrother. So stick with the PodBrother because we're going to bring it to you. All right. Peace out. Thanks a lot, guys.